Welcome back to This Is Cinema. It shows Kevin 27 back with another fire episode. And today we have a triple header for you guys, kicking it off with Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. And the F is for Foley, okay? And then we are going to switch gears and move on to my boy, Mr. High School Musical, Zac Efron, A Family Affair. And then we're going to talk about something dear to my heart, that 90s show. Okay. So we have a full jam pack of 4th of July special, if you will. Okay. So before we get into it, make sure you follow at Kevin27 World on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, like this video, comment, all of that stuff. Okay. And yeah, that's it. Let's get into it. Okay. Okay, so kicking it off on the tomato meter, we got a 67%, and the audience score is at a 78%. Where do I lie in that? I'm more inclined to go with the audience score. I really enjoyed this movie. You know, the only thing I really didn't like about this movie was pretty much the marketing, okay? So let's read a quick descriptive of it. After his daughter's life is threatened, wisecracking detective Axel Foley teams up with a new partner and some old pals to turn up the heat on a conspiracy. Now, I will tell you, I am 32, okay? When the first Beverly Hills came out, it was 1984, okay? Like, bro, I wasn't even thought of. All right. My sister wasn't even born, and she's a dinosaur. All right. So we just gotta state that for the record. Okay. So I was supposed to go back and watch the first two, or actually the trilogy, and I just never did. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. And then this movie kind of snuck up on me, but I'm glad it did. You know why? Because I got to just watch this movie, and I feel like any movie should be good enough to just watch without knowing prior history, especially a movie after, when was the last movie was, I believe, 1994. That was Beverly Hills Cop 3. And yeah, that was 1994. So a movie, like, nearly, well, actually, yeah, a movie 30 years later, I shouldn't have to watch the trilogy. Like when I seen it's escaping me, but you know, the Tom Cruise movie. Um when I watched that, I didn't need to watch the first movie to actually really enjoy that movie. You know what I mean? I still liked it. Uh Top Gun, we talking about Top Gun Maverick. I still like that movie. And so this was the same. The only thing I didn't like about this movie was the marketing. And maybe I didn't pay that much attention, but this was the perfect movie for to release around Father's Day weekend. I mean, this was, and I guess maybe because it's an estranged relationship that Axel is having with his daughter, but I think that this was a perfect father-daughter type of movie. And I'm not saying you don't get father-daughter movies, but it's not as popular as I would say as other, like, father-son or mother-daughter films. So I really enjoyed it on that perspective, you know, or from that perspective, and I really enjoyed it on that merit. Okay. Now, and mind you, I'm not even getting into the movie yet, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think this movie goaded just because I've never seen Taylor Page. Maybe I have. I could just check her discography real quick. But bro, this woman is gorgeous. And okay, she was in White Boy Rick. I think maybe she was the baby mom's. So I probably know her from there. But I don't know her from anything. It says she was in High School Musical 3. But yeah, I don't know her from anything. Gorgeous. When I think of black woman beauty, Taylor Page is the face I see. I'm not even bullshitting. Like, she is such a gorgeous woman, but such a gorgeous black woman on top of that. It's like, oh my God. Like, so shout out to Eddie Murphy. I don't know how, but I'm sitting there like, I don't know how they got her in this movie. Like, she a huge celebrity. But bro, she is gorgeous. And she was a beautiful, like, she acted very well in this movie. Also, we got a cameo from one of Eddie Murphy's daughters. She was one of the cops who arrested him in the beginning of the film. So again, nepotism winning. I love it. Shout out to LeBron James. Okay. Um, so the movie to me was a pretty standard film. So if the critics want to give it a 67 because it's not breaking new ground. I agree with that. It wasn't too much new ground being broken as far as the story. Typical story. We can read the we can read it again what it's about. After his daughter's life is threatened, wisecracking detective Alex Foley teams up with a new partner and some old pals, turn up the heat on conspiracy. So his daughter is, I guess, because she has such an estranged relationship with her father, she's in, and this is actually kind of funny because this movie deals with father-daughter relationships, and then the next movie we're going to talk about is mother-daughter. So it's kind of a funny connection. But she has an estranged relationship with her pops. So she kind of has this thing where she don't like cops. So she says it's not because of her dad, but she becomes a defense attorney. So coincidence? I think not. But she becomes a defense attorney, which is the same people that her dad puts away. Okay, or she's defending the people that her dad puts away, but she particularly wants to defend this Hispanic cat. I believe his name was Jimenez, and he's accused of killing a cop. Okay, so she's going all in. Okay, now Kevin Bacon is in this movie. I'm sorry, from what I know from Kevin Bacon, and whenever Kevin Bacon is in the movie, he's a typecast. He's always a villain. He's always an asshole. He's Kevin Bacon. He is an asshole. You ever seen River Wild? Have you ever seen Hollow Man? Kevin Bacon, from the majority of movies that I've seen him in, he's a villain. So I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I seen him in this movie, I was like, he's the bad guy. And he was the typical bad guy. So again, I can't be mad at critics. My only thing is when I see some of the legends like Eddie Murphy dropping a movie, you kind of just gotta respect it from like just on that. You know what I mean? Unless it's total bullshit. Light up that exotic, pour up that expensive so we can get offensive. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on this video. Yeah, so she is gonna go against pretty much everything because her dad's a cop, and this Jimenez guy is accused of killing a cop, and you know the Kevin Bacon of it all, he's on the other side because the guy didn't kill the cop, and it's an SD card because the cop was undercover because he had a dashboard camera, and that goes according to Kevin Bacon's plans, but oh, not so much because Axel is in. He has the determination of an eagle, seeing his prey. Like he has the determination of an eagle seeing a lonely deer. Like he about to swoop you up no matter what, no matter the fight you put up. Okay, so that's pretty, that's pretty crazy. in itself. You know what I mean? That we got dirty cop, but not only that, a super dirty cop that has a lot of pull. And what I really loved about this movie was the dad daughter team up that wasn't supposed to happen because she's a lawyer, but he ropes her in because he like, I'm gonna help you prove reasonable doubt. You gonna help me bust this motherfucker. And he actually does that. And honestly, come on. The big finale when they have the shootout, that was good because honestly, I think it was I always look for new ways to see someone kill people on camera. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. The no look behind the pillar, bomb, headshot, that shit was fire, bro. So I loved that portion of it. Um, Now the element that was good as well was the cop that was her ex-boyfriend. That was a good element because he was skeptical of Axel and then end up having to work with Axel because they was trying to make it seem like he was a loose cannon when he really wasn't. Another thing that was really a ding in this movie, it was a lot of things where it's kind of like, yeah, that makes sense to kill a motherfucker, which was why the boyfriend or the ex-boyfriend, the police officer, ended up getting suspended. And I'm like, how can he get suspended for saving a fellow cop and his daughter? It made zero sense. He saved the life of a fellow cop and his daughter, and yet somehow he's dinged. It made zero sense. Um, so I didn't like that part. But again, me not seeing this movie, I did feel at the end it was some callbacks that might be callbacks, but because I haven't seen the first trilogy or because I haven't seen the trilogy, I feel like I missed it. Like it was some things between Billy and Targent or Tangent, whatever that guy's the old guy name is. It was a moment between them two where he was like, "Tell me sorry," and I just didn't get it because I don't know why he needs to tell him sorry. So it was certain things where I was like, "Damn, maybe if I seen the trilogy, I'll get that." But hey, the fourth movie was still very good. I highly recommend you to go watch it. My man's ended up getting plugged at the end, but he ended up surviving, and he's still on his feet. One thing I can say, man, Eddie Murphy, and this is a movie, and I get that, but Eddie Murphy, bro, looks very young, very vibrant. He's 63. He looks 43. Like, seriously, Eddie Murphy looks damn near the same way he looked in Daddy Daycare. Like, no cap. Like, he damn near looked the same. So, Eddie Murphy is, I'm not going to say Asian backwards, but he's aging at a very slow pace, very slow pace. So, I just want to throw that out there, man. Brooklyn's finest, you know what I mean? Expect when you talk about, I don't know, maybe not, I don't know about actors, but you can say actors because he got a lot of classic movies. But comedians for sure, he's Brooklyn's finest. Mm. So yeah, I love the chemistry between Axel and his daughter. I love the chemistry between the daughter and the ex-boyfriend. And y'all know how I feel, bro. I always be like, "Where's the black love?" But that I actually like the actor. I actually like the actor. So that was one thing. He's actually a famous actor to me. What's this guy's name? Oh yeah, Joseph Gordon Levitt. Yeah, he's in a lot of shit. Yeah, I like him. Yeah, he was in Inception, so I like that guy. So, but other than that, and then the chemistry that Eddie Murphy has with the OG cops, I really loved it. So for that, I'll give this movie a strong 7 out of 10. Highly recommend you to watch. Like I said, I have more problems with the marketing. This should have been a Father's Day drop. Like, seriously. And on top of that, man, I think the comedy in this was very well written, very, and it might even not be written. I mean, you can see, and not on this movie, but a lot of Eddie Murphy movies, that outtakes, the improv. Like, he's a master at improv. So, Eddie Murphy did very well in this film, especially when you're talking about he's 40 years in the game, man. So you just got to respect the OGs out here. So salute to Eddie Murphy. I highly recommend you go watch this movie and let me know what you think in the comment section. Is it a pass, or is it a go? I think it's a go. You know, you got the thumbs down, thumbs up, and double thumbs up. I put it thumbs up. Like, it's not a double thumbs up, but it's definitely a thumbs up, man. And it's a good one. So go watch Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. Even if you haven't seen, the trilogy. Now, in the third movie, the daughter has to be about 6 years old, because or not even six. She has to be about 4 or 5, because he says she was 32 in this movie. I'm 32. I was born 91. Now, I already looked this woman up. She was born 1990. So who knows? But so she should be in that movie. But even if you got to go and watch the original trilogy before you watch this one, do it. I'm not telling you how to do it. All I'm telling you is I watched this one and I'm going to go watch the trilogy now because I'm way more interested in the story, okay? So it shows Kevin 27. Believe it till you make believers. And if you are a podcast listener, we're going to keep this thing moving. If not, if you're a YouTube viewer, I'll see you on the next one. Okay?